Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't want to be one of the nameless.
Hey Tankers, Bonsai Duck here. So today we have a video from Bitwise, and Bitwise has sent me about 7 different videos of him and his Skorpion G. And there's some background to this. Is during one of my streams, I was really struggling and not having really good games, and Bitwise was watching the stream, and he was, giving me some feedback on the stream, but it's hard for me to play the game and pay attention to what's going on in chat, right? So just that multifunctioning doesn't always work. So anyway, I had reached out to Bitwise and said, hey, can you maybe we can platoon up, you can kind of give me some pointers. I would love to platoon with any better player than myself and try to learn some things, right? So, he said sure, and we tried to hook up, but it wasn't gonna, it just couldn't get the timing down and make it work. So he sent me these Skorpion G videos, and they're all different videos, some good, some, some wins, some losses, obviously. And on each one, he sent me a note. And so I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to watch these, try to learn from them, but I think we could all learn something from them, right? So in this first one, Bitwise basically says, this is my loss. This loss is my fault. And so he was sitting in a bush and he waited till everyone was dead before he went to help the lemmings. And basically he says, you can't trust your teammates to win a flank without you. Lesson learned, from here on out, I will lead the charge. So we've all found ourselves in that position where we take a TD or a tank and we take it to a certain spot, and we this will do really well here, and nothing's happening. We're not seeing, and the team is just dying around us. And by the time we react to it, it's too late. Right? So, lesson learned. Anyway, so Bitwise finds himself on Overlord here today in a pure tier 8 battle, and standard, and he spawned in the south. So, Bitwise, let's see what you got going here, buddy. So immediately, taking the Skorpion G, good TD, and he's taking it over here to the bushes, which is a fairly common practice for a lot of TDs in the game. Now let's see where his team is deploying. So it looks like we got the suspect, usual heavies like the Tornbogen. Now that being a slow heavy, I mean, I just don't think taking it down on the beach would be the advisable thing. But we have the requisite heavies, going over toward, looking like they're heading down to the beach area, trying to get their tan on. We got some TDs down there on the J line, which is, this area right here is, it's okay with TDs, but you're wide open to shots from a lot of different areas, and there's not a lot of cover, so it's a dangerous situation. But we look over here, and there's nothing going on in the 9-0, at least at the start. All right, so Bitwise is rolling up there. He's got his Evil 90 moving up there. We got a Barask over here on the other side of the hill. There goes the 703, the AMX 5100. We got Pantera over here. And we've got we're very heavy over on the west side of the map, but we're very light on the east side. My view over here, just to his left. And it looks honestly like the opposing forces has kind of the same idea. Nobody's really coming down the 9-0 line. Had a game just like this, honestly. Anyway, Bitwise, and let's understand, Bitwise is a very good player. All right, I went and looked at his stats just so I, had a better idea. And I didn't, honestly, Bitwise, I didn't realize you were as good a player as you are. I mean, you are, according to tomato.gg, you're doing very well, and you do very well in your Skorpion too. So, all right, so we got a Rask still sitting over there. Oh, looks like a Charlemagne's popped up. Nothing happening yet. We've already lost one TD. Sitting back on the... Looks like that TD was sitting on the back bush. Already starting to come in. If it's one thing I've seen about really good players, is they tend to want to watch what's going on, whereas I hard charge in. and that's, that may be my issue, is I want to go out there and get as much damage as I can as quickly as I can. And generally that puts me in a bad situation. But Bitwise is sitting here. He's kind of scoping out what's going on. Just kind of watching his team. Now, it looks like the two heavies down on the 1-2 line are doing fairly well, but they did run into a 252U. All right. Thornbogen has finally gotten over there. Let's go to T-56, which doesn't have a lot of gun depression. Got the Pantera over here, who's kind of keeping an eye on what may or may not be coming down the 8-9. There's the Hawk. All right, so he's been spotted. And where did the light tank go? The ALC EVA 90 is posted up over here on this building. All right. He's posted up right here. He cannot see anything on this side of it. All right. So his vision is laterally this way, right? He can see this way. He can see this way, but he really can't see anything over here through the building. Proximity lighting, yes, but no vision. He'd be very, very much more useful if he was over here on maybe the 9-0 line trying to help out. So anyway, Evil 90's bailing out, it looks like. Charlemagne's coming in. He's right over there. Takes a shot at the Evil 90. Now the Evil 90's decided, okay, I'm going to get up here where I can get some high ground. Maybe I can do some lighting. Looks like he took a shot from Artie, and that's never good. The MyV3, the M3Y, he's already lost a lot of hit points, and I'm not sure how that happened, but he did. And we got the heavies pushing into the heavies down there, and the, what is that, the 4 line? Got the 2 heavies down there on the beach, and they're not making much progress, and now they're starting to meet some resistance. Renegade over there gets spotted. We got G-Sor in behind us, all right? And there goes the Pantera. G-Sor took him down. And this is when you start seeing the field, the game is just starting to roll the wrong way. It's just starting to go south very quickly, and Bitwise decides it's time to get out of here. Now, I guess at this point, Bitwise, maybe you can tell us in the comments, is given the fact that you said you waited in that bush way too long and the team was already losing, what do you think in a fairly light-skinned TD like the Skorpion, although it does have good mobility, where should you have been? That's a question I have for you. Is, given that you've given us comments on the video, where do you think you should have gone? Looks like he's headed down to the beach. Gonna go down and help. Nope, he's coming down here to help the heavies. Now, is this the time when the Skorpion, again being as light-skinned TD as it is, it's a tough. This is a tough map for a TD because there's not a lot of really huge TD camping areas. It may be too late in the game to really do much. The Tarnvagen's about to get just run over by the 101. Alright, puts a nice shot on the 130, takes him out of the game. Alright, then sometimes just cleaning up the near-deads is very helpful. You're taking guns out of the game, right? Alright, so AMX 5100 pushes out, he pops the VK101. Bitwise looking for a shot into the 152K and gets it. There's 516, that's nice. And the mobility of the Skorpion to get in there, take a shot, get out, worked well for him. But at this point, this is probably a lost cause. And there it goes. All right, so he's lost everybody in front of him. All right, they pushed down the beach. The Myvi, he's over there trying to give it a good fight, but he's losing. Oh, there's the 1,000, 105, 1,000. He's got the autoloader, so he's going to reload now. Oh, didn't put him down. Now, oh, the G-Sword's in behind you. And that's how it happens. Just that quick, right? So, like I said, Bitwise, if you could give us a little bit of thought on the comments in the video, what would you have done differently? I mean, I understand exactly what you're saying. I've been in that same situation where I've waited too long. I went to a place where I thought I could be very useful, and it didn't work out, and the team just kind of melted behind me. But where would have been maybe the right place to take this tank? Anyway, let's see what you got. Well, yeah, it was a loss. You got fire for effect, 45,248 in credits, 4,002 in experience. Ouch. You did do 1,451 in damage and got 1 kill for a base XP of 243. Now, where did that put you in base XP? Put you down at number 4. As far as damage goes, you were number 2. And you only had, what, 2 shots? Basically, 3 shots? 4 shots, all right? Out of those 4, all 4 hit. And that was it. Made some credits, made barely any experience. But, again, even good players have bad games. Even good players make bad decisions, right? He's saying this team lost the game because of his inability to get into the game. Basically, my question is I understand the issue. I understand what you're trying to point out in this video. My only question to you is, what would you have done differently if you could go back and play this again? Where would you have gone? So anyway, that's Bitwise and his Skorpion G on Overlord in a standard battle. If you like the video, hit the like button. Keep those videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. This is Bonsai Duck out.